She slipped up, and I caught her. I beat him senseless, and then kicked her out. Alright, I've been a Reddit lurker for a while, but this is the first time I've felt the need to write something. It's actually kinda therapeutic. Plus, I think you guys will appreciate how freaking crazy my life has been recently. I caught my wife talking to this guy at the grocery store a few weeks ago, or just casually shopping for a spaghetti dinner when I see her chatting away in the canned goods aisle. I mean, we've been married for 5 years, so I can recognize that flirty smile from a mile away, and it wasn't aimed at me. I walk up and she introduces him as a work friend. You know, one of those dudes she occasionally works with on evening shifts at the restaurant she's been at for the past 3 years. Something felt off, but I let it slide. It's not like I haven't made friends at work. But then the signs started adding up. She'd been working late, overtime on her evening shifts. I didn't think much of it at first. The restaurant business is unpredictable. But then she complained about her timesheet showing her clocking out early when she'd stayed an extra hour. I remember thinking, why lie about that? Who benefits from that? I decided to ask around a little. Not in a creepy way, just casually, you know. One of her coworkers, who's a friend of mine, said there were rumors about her and this guy. Apparently, they were more than friends, sneaking kisses in the restaurant cooler after everyone had left. My heart sank, but I knew I had to confront her. I asked her straight up. Her reaction was all the confirmation I needed. She denied it, of course, but she was acting weird, stuttering, not meeting my eyes. Something was definitely up. But, you know, I'm not the type to just accept things. I needed to see it for myself. I decided to drive by the restaurant one evening after her shift, and what do I see? Her and Mr. Work Friend walking out together, getting into his car. I felt a mix of rage, betrayal, and a bizarre sense of validation. It was happening right in front of my fucking eyes. I got out of my car, walked over, yanked his door open. And what do I see? The two of them in the middle of a passionate kiss. I was livid. I pulled him out of the car and beat the living daylights out of him right there in the parking lot. Then I turned to my wife and told her to drive home, pack her shit, and get out of my house. I know it sounds harsh, but I was beyond caring. I felt like I was in some trashy daytime talk show. But it gets worse. I later found out that this dude just had a baby with his girlfriend, and they all lived with his parents. My wife was not just cheating on me, she was the other woman for this guy, who was clearly just as trashy as she was. Feeling a mix of righteous anger and some weird sense of camaraderie, I messaged his girlfriend on Facebook, told her everything. She called me almost immediately, and we had a long conversation. She said it explained a lot about his recent behavior. Now, she's taking their baby and moving in with her parents until she can find a place for them. My wife moved out last week, and I'm filing for divorce. She's begging for a second chance, saying she's sorry, that she's ruined our lives. But I can take her back, not after all this. The level of dishonesty she displayed is something I can't recover from. It's one thing to fall out of love or to grow apart, but this was betrayal on a whole different level. I mean, it's not just about her cheating. It's about her lying to me, day in and day out, pretending everything was fine. And then there's the fact that she was the other woman in some poor girl's life. It's a level of trashiness I never thought she'd stoop to. She keeps saying she's sorry, that she knows she's messed up our lives. But you know what? I think she's only sorry because she got caught. If I hadn't stumbled upon them in the grocery store, if I hadn't noticed the timesheet discrepancy, if I hadn't decided to drive by the restaurant that night, would she have ever told me? I doubt it. So yeah, I'm not going to be that guy, that pathetic loser who stays home alone, jerking it while his wife is out with another man. No, thank you. I am a man, a real freaking man, and I will find a woman who appreciates me for who I am. Someone who values my mind, my body, my soul, as well as my hard work, my success, and everything else I bring to the table. The divorce papers are being filed this week. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's a necessary step. It's time to close this chapter of my life and start a new one, a better one, a life where I can trust my partner, where I don't have to second-guess every late-night work shift. It's funny, I used to think our life was perfect. Now, I can see all the cracks, all the lies, all the signs I ignored. And while it hurts, it's also liberating. I'm free from her lies, her betrayal. I'm free to find someone who truly values me. So to my soon-to-be ex-wife, if you're reading this, I only have one thing to say: see ya, bitch. I'm out. As for me, I'm moving forward. I'm focusing on myself, on my career, on finding happiness again. I'm going to hit the gym, pick up some new hobbies, maybe start dating again when I'm ready. And to all you guys out there, take it from me, if something feels off in your relationship, it probably is. Trust your gut. Don't ignore the signs. And most importantly, never let anyone take you for granted. You deserve better. We all do. Well, that dude certainly got right to the point. No revenge. No games. Just took care of business. What do you think? Would you have done things differently? Let us know in the comments below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.